What is going on, you guys? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Today I have the 2019 Ford Edge ST. This is Ford Performance's very first SUV, and this is, as of right now, the cheapest performance crossover you can get. Now, there's a lot of speculation as whether or not this is a true ST. I will answer that in this video, so please be sure to stay tuned. Also, a few things I need to explain about this video before I begin. So first of all, Ford invited me out to Dallas to drive the new Edge ST. Only issue is that it rained that day. I didn't get a lot of footage. Well, fortunately, I was driving the Edge home that very day to keep as my press car for 7 days. 24 hours into having the car, I noticed that there's a puncture on the sidewall of the front tire. My guess is that someone during the drive event that morning curbed it, didn't say anything. So I told Ford. They decided to pick up the Edge for safety reasons, thus bringing my time with the ST to a screeching halt. Only reason I'm telling you guys all this is because I only had just enough combined footage for my 24 hours with the car to make this review, so it's not as in-depth as I would want it to be, but I really hope you guys all enjoy it anyways, and I do hope it answers every question you have about the Edge ST. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you guys are not subscribed. I have a ton of content coming your way in the next few months. But let's go ahead and jump into the review. All right, let's start with this awesome color. It's called Ford Performance Blue, and it is exclusive to the ST version. It looks great, especially with all the black accents around the car. Coming to the front, you have pretty extensive changes. Most significant is the ST specific honeycomb grille. It's gloss black and it looks really sharp. Styling wise, it does a great job of being tasteful, aggressive, and sporty all at the same time. The hood on this car has a nice crease in it that's actually standard on all 2019 Edges. And the lights, of course, are going to be full LEDs on the ST with daytime running accent lights as well. Now, moving to the wheels, these are the upgraded 21-inch wheels. Are going to be wrapped in 265 section Pirelli tires at all four corners because this is all-wheel drive. This also has the upgraded brake package. It's going to come with 13.6-inch front rotors and upgraded brake pads. The wheels look nice. They have a simple yet sort of sporty design, not too crazy. Now moving to the back of the car, you're going to have these dual exhaust tips, which are fake. They're not like real exhaust tips. Of course, your ST badging. You've got this new lighting scheme in the back, along with this black strip that's going to run in between the lights themselves. And it's just a really good looking car. The Edge really has aged well, and this ST version is no exception. All right, so moving into the interior of the Ford Edge ST, as you guys can see here, you have Ford Performance branded kick plates. You're going to have aluminum pedals. You're going to have decently bolstered seats. They have Alcantara running up through the middle, white stitching running along there as well, ST branding right in the middle. Wish they had a little bit more bolstering. This is the first ST without Recaro seats as an option, so that is one thing about this new ST. Only other place you're going to see ST is on the steering wheel. So you can see ST at the bottom. The leather quality on the steering wheel though is phenomenal. It's really smooth, really supple. You've got great stitching, perforations. It's a small wheel that fits really well in your hands. It's just a great wheel design. I really appreciate it. You also have this sort of faux carbon fiber that's over on the passenger side. You also have a brand new Bang & Olufsen sound system, which if you love music, I love music, and this sound system is incredible. Other than that, it's pretty basic Ford Edge equipment on the inside. Coming to the rear, this is still, of course, an Edge. It's an SUV, and a big one at that, so you can fit a ton of stuff in the back. I made my usual weekly Sam's run, and it fit in here, zero issues. I didn't even have to fold the seats down. You have so much space, it's literally just cavernous in the back of this SUV. Now, going underneath the hood, that is where a few changes are going to take place. So this is still your 2.7 liter twin turbo EcoBoost V6 motor. However, in this application, it's going to put out 335 horsepower, 380 pound-feet of torque. That is going to be sent through a new 8-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters to all four wheels, because it is all-wheel drive with updated suspension tuning and a whole bunch of little tweaks to basically make this what Ford thinks will make it an ST. Now let's get it on the road and see if it really is that. All right, what do you guys say we see what this thing's about? Sport mode, advanced traction control on. Here we go. I have groceries in the back, just so you guys know. That's what that noise is. Let's give a little launch control, shall we? All right, so I'm just gonna brake torque it. And there we go. Oh. 60. Not bad. Still going. The brakes are fantastic on this thing. They really are. Alright, so now the big question with this vehicle is, how does it corner? You know, it's a big SUV. It is very large. So I'm gonna take it on this little back road that, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I take this road all the time. I'm gonna use the paddle shifters because it will give me a little bit more control over the gears, though the paddle shifters are not fun to use at all. It's actually more enjoyable to just leave in automatic mode, but when you're going around a corner and you really want to get in the meat of the power, this is the only way to do it. They work, but this feels more video game-like than driving a Tesla, I kid you not. All right, stuff in the back, big SUV, going around these corners, all-wheel drive. It's a little damp, but this is the first all-wheel drive ST, so let's see what this is about. Bad at all. But like I said, leaving it in normal automatic mode, which is what it's in now, is definitely best. The transmission on here is definitely the absolute worst thing about this car. It's quick. It's really quick. And it pushes you back in your seat. It's not bad. I do want to say one thing though. This car, even though it was just so exciting just now, I can't really say that it's a true ST vehicle. Not because it's an SUV, that is absolutely not the case. If you guys have been with my channel for a while, you know that I've driven vehicles like the BMW X3 M40i, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Oh gosh, everything's flying around. Goodness gracious. The Jeep Trackhawk. Holy smokes. And all those vehicles were an absolute blast to drive. I loved driving those vehicles. There's one thing that they all have in common that, in my opinion, made them so great. Had a lot better noise, and the transmission all three of those cars had a ZF sourced 8-speed automatic transmission. The BMW, which had the slowest of the three as far as the paddle shifting gear change, was still extremely quick, with the Alpha having just the absolute most crisp and fastest shifting version of the ZF 8-speed. If this had a proper ZF sourced 8-speed or just a better transmission engagement overall, it would completely transform this car. The transmission on here is that boring. I mean, it does a great job in automatic mode, like I said. Leave in automatic mode, it's fine, no biggie. But if you want to take control of the paddles yourself, it is seriously the most video game-like experience I have ever experienced. I mean, the noise that's being pumped into the speakers sounds very, very artificial, like extremely artificial. I've had pumped in noise that actually sounds good, and in that case, I don't mind it at all. In this case, it's such a dramatic difference from normal and sport mode that you can tell it's obvious fake noise. It doesn't even sound like real engine noise. That's the thing. It just sounds like it almost sounds like a CVT whirring away in the background. That's what it sounds like. It's just so weird, and I just don't get it. But there's no doubt the suspension is good. Woo! Yes. There's no doubt Ford engineers did a great job on the suspension. The steering is incredible on this car. This has as good steering as a Fiesta ST. I'm not joking at all. It is that good. It feels great. It's very communicative. And I've never felt that way about an Edge at all. The seats, they're okay. This is the only ST vehicle that doesn't have Recaro seats as an option. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but I mean, the seats are something I would complain about if we didn't have bigger issues at hand, like the transmission. So there's only one thing that if Ford changed would make this a true ST vehicle: transmission. If that changed, I promise you guys that after driving this with a better transmission, this would be a true fun ST vehicle. Well, you guys, there you have it. So that answers your question. Is the Edge ST a true ST? No, it is not. Ford did a great job paying attention to the details of the car, the steering response, the suspension, just the overall feel of the car. They did a great job in the details, but they just didn't focus hard enough on the most important things that really translate to an overall good performance vehicle. And the transmission has to be the #1 thing you would focus on if you're looking at a performance crossover. If that were better, and if Ford were able to get some more sound out of that V6, this would truly be a great value performance crossover, especially at the price point. But unfortunately, I would rather splurge the extra couple $1,000s and just save up for something like a BMW X3 M40i if I were in the market for something like this. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, be sure to click that thumbs up button, subscribe below, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the rest of my videos. Thanks for watching, and y'all take care. Bye.